What's up, guys? I am en route to 2 job interviews, which is what I was going to talk about yesterday, but just didn't have time to. That's why I'm dressed in my Sunday's best. I actually just lucked into 2 interviews on the same day. I'm pretty excited. It was definitely a pick-me-up from the start of yesterday, which was really, really bad. Was not feeling great yesterday. But then I got a phone call and a confirmation email, and here we are. So the first one that I'm headed to right now is very close to the house, which is a plus. And it sounds like it is a customer service rep for like unions, like police officers, firefighters, teachers, postal workers, and you basically give them information about their benefits, from what I can tell from the job description. So it doesn't seem like it's too complex, and it seems squarely within my wheelhouse. It also just so happens to, if the listing was accurate, pay more than my last job. So that's definitely a fucking plus. The second interview that I'm going to is a little less solid, or at least I think it is. I'm not really sure. So it's for a marketing company who I absolutely know is one of the people who stand inside stores and try to sell things, but what they made it sound like on the phone call yesterday is that I would be a market manager managing 10 to 12 people, presumably doing that. Which in case, yeah, shit, I can do that. Easy mode. I looked at some of their shit online, like Glassdoor reviews and stuff, and I seem to have gotten some conflicting info, but it could just be that the people who were giving me conflicting info were disgruntled, which is always something I take any Glassdoor review with a grain of salt. And then also, it could also just be that those were the actual people standing in the stores. Because the biggest difference was like a bunch of Glassdoor reviews said commission only, like there's no base pay. And then the first thing the HR rep said on the phone was, "This is a salaried position." I was like, okay, sure, let's talk. So those are what I'm doing today. They are both longish. This first one was like block away, basically I think an hour and a half, and the other one said block away about an hour. So we'll see how this goes. Whoa, good lord, this road sucks. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'll talk to you in a bit. What's up, guys? That was something. I actually got fucking punked, I guess. It was a life insurance sales job. And the only reason I'm even tangentially interested is because they said no cold calls, no nothing. It's by appointment only. You're just there to fucking talk to people. You don't have to look for them. You don't have to go out and do anything. They just fucking come to you and you do the work. But then proceeded to say that, you know, hardworking people who aren't content with their lives, work 10, 12, 14-hour days sometimes. And I was like, there's a lot of interesting conflation happening here, and I don't know that I like it. And of course, it's like you get 12 appointments a week, that's it. It's like, wow, how long do appointments last? Because that sounds like I could do that in 3 fucking days. And then it's like you only get 12 appointments a week on average. You get 12 appointments a week, all you gotta do is convert 4 of those. 4 appointments, $50,000 a year. Just 4 appointments for 52 weeks, I guess. Presuming you work all 52 weeks. And I'm like, 1, that's bullshit. I guarantee it's for a specific package. It can't just be your blanket package. And 2, if that was the case, then everyone in the universe would be trying to apply to this job, and maybe they are. Maybe I don't know anything, which is possible. I just fucking am so hesitant about these things. They said if you sold 7, you'd make $116,000. But then, when they gave the breakdown of like your like potential growth, or like this is how we plan for you to grow, it was like 3 to 6 months you'd only make $65,000. It's like, well, what if I sold 7 every single week? I thought I made $112,000. And then also it looked like you became the fucking regional director in 24 months. But that's not possible unless they're opening up new regions fucking every year. Because the guy said that there were 25 regional directors, or 25 people he went to like this manager training camp with when he was becoming a regional director. He said 22 of them are now regional directors across the world. And so it's like, okay, well, that happened fucking like and I didn't ask because I was trying to figure out his timeline. I should have asked. But I'm curious, when he became regional director, if it was in 2 years, and if he did, then how come every 2 years do they open up 25 new regional director jobs? If he started in 2004, so if he got that in 2006, does that mean that 2008, 2010, 2012, 14, 16, 18, does that mean there have been 12 times 25 fucking 300 new regions open? Absolutely not. And you know what? If that's real, if he said he doesn't have to work another day in his life, he can fucking retire right this second, that's awesome. And I don't know, it's the uncertainty that kills me. You have to be an independent contractor, which blows for fucking taxes. You have to pay money to get a license to sell insurance, obviously. But it's, I don't know. But I might not even get a call back. Or even more unfortunately, if I were to think about doing this, I might get a call back because there's still like one other interview. They do this thing where they try to make you feel like you're the elite cropping of people. They put us in a waiting room. We then got called into another room where we waited with just a couple of people, which were the same people we were in the other waiting room with. And then from that waiting room, someone came in. I thought it was going to be like a group interview. No, someone came in individually, took each one of us into an individual interview. Not one person did I see that walked into that I walked into the interview room with, or that I was in the waiting room with, also didn't make it to what was the second stage of the interview. So either they had the most fucking amazing talent in the universe, or it's just one of those fucking psychological tricks, right? Because the guy even said, he was like, yeah, we're having an orientation today, for some people who did another interview, blah, blah, blah. So, if you make it past this first interview, you'll be invited to join another orientation. And then at the end, the guy who first interviewed me was like, what I didn't tell you was that you're going to get to join and I was like, get to join the orientation today. Yeah, I guessed that. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's something. I got another one at 1:15, so I'll catch you guys then. What's up, guys? This will be the last vlog recorded on this iPhone, because tomorrow is my last day at TKE. So I'll be turning this in, formatting it. I'll be getting all the footage off tonight. So you'll see this tomorrow, the day that I leave. And then everything else will be recorded from my other one, my personal iPhone. So a little less quality, I think. Hopefully not too noticeable. But I'm sure you guys want to know how the second interview went. It was an absolute shit show. I got there at 1 o'clock for my 1:15 interview. And I did not get seen until 1:55, and even then it was a group interview, not a singular interview, which normally I wouldn't have been upset about, except for the fact that I asked one of the other people, when was your interview scheduled, and they said 1:30. Now that's a little bit confusing because the email that I have plainly states that there will be a normal interview from 15 to 20 minutes, and then pending the outcome of that interview, there'll be a longer interview, so set aside some time. And it even went so far as to say that we value your time, so make sure you're here on time, otherwise you might have to wait. And the interview itself was lame as shit. It was the most basic fucking bullshit questions I've ever heard. What does success mean to you? When is a time that you've overcame adversity in the workplace? And I mean, it was just like so lame. And this dude was just so fucking just kitschy as hell. But not even self-aware enough that he was kitschy, just cheesy as fuck. And on the phone they're like, this is a salaried position. We're looking for people with a lot of management experience. We're looking for people who, want upward mobility. Turns out, should have done my research beforehand, so my bad. You fooled me once, shame on me. It was a MLM. Fucking just trying to fucking pyramid scheme the world. And I got there and it was like, one of the people had worked at, only job history was Dollar General associate. Which, not knocking retail, I worked it forever. But as far as I could tell, had no management experience. And then the other person, her only job, she was still in college, needed to do it part-time, and her only job was at her college. And I was just like, either you guys really suck at filtering candidates and are just hella fucking desperate for people, or whoever's asking the interview questions is just a fucking moron. But needless to say, I won't be furthering anything with that company. In fact, I'm probably going to pin a letter to their HR rep that reached out to me because I was so thoroughly disgusted with the experience that I had, especially when the interviewer rather, came in and espoused some fucking holier than thou, we care about our associates, we really believe in a culture of development and all this shit. And I was just like, fuck off. You can't even interview your fucking candidates on time. And then here's the kicker. So start off at $800 a week. It's okay. $42,000 a year. That's decent. Within fucking 2 weeks or like a month, you're supposed to be making like $1,400. I was like doing some math. Like, it's like almost $80,000, $75,000. Like, you're telling me in a month you're gonna almost double my pay, guaranteed? Bullshit. Don't believe it for a second. Interestingly, the life insurance salespeople did actually call me back and wanted me to come in for a third interview. But given that was 100% compensation based, I politely declined. At least they were very, very professional. And that guy, it's very strange. I saw two very different sides of the same coin of like almost like get rich quick schemes. It was like very professional, very eloquent, very powerful speaker, enraptured the audience, versus like complete dipshit. So yeah, this is like I said, this is the last vlog on this camera, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.